How's it, everyone? Walks with Duke and Dave, or as Twane suggested yesterday, walks with Duke and Dick. She loves it when I take the piss out of her name. Um, Yesterday was a big day for me. I put down a deposit on my new premises in Cape Town. Beautiful, brand new New York style loft, duplex, which is where I'll be taking my home gym to. I've got some brand new power cages being custom built, ready for the big day. A lot of my current equipment's coming with me as well, and can't wait to actually get started there. I also hit a PB on my remaining deadlifts yesterday, 200 kilos for 14, which I was over the moon about. I'm feeling pretty broken today, but yeah, it was a nice number for me to hit. But in terms of what I'll talk about today, somebody was discussing with me, how much do genetics play a role in, what we're able to achieve or look like, kind of thing. Hold on, there's a runner coming. Dukey, come on, good boy. Good boy, come on. There we go. Yes, good boy, you're listening. Well done. Anyway, sorry. 4 runners in a row he's left alone. I'm not sure whether I'm really happy or disappointed, but anyway, so yes, in terms of genetics, some things you can change, some things you just have to deal with, or sorry, some things you can work with, some things it's just there. For me, I've always, and I'll always maintain, I've got very average genetics. Other than my height at kind of 6'3" or 6'2" after a heavy squat session, and my blue eyes, I think I'm dead middle of the pack with my genetics. Yet if I look at what I've achieved in the last 11 years, if you listen to all these people blaming their genetics for what they can and can't do, it's complete bullshit. And I will use myself as an example here, because to be fair, I've done quite a few extremes. At school, I was very much a sporty child. I was never fantastic at sports, but I was always good, and I'd be one of those kids who, if I worked harder, I'd get to the next level and I'd be great at sports. I often got bored though and kind of stopped early. I then got very fat. So for those who know and those who don't, whatever, I was 137 kilos when I was when I was 25, about 137 kilos, which is a big unit. That's a lot of fat, well over 40% body fat. And then mate of mine, said can't change, so that's kind of set something off in me, and subsequently over the next 14 months lost 51 kilos. I didn't cut out any foods. I still had alcohol, still had chocolate. I dieted down on a high carb diet, but I dieted down. I lost 51 kilos. I got down to 86 kilos, okay, and I was pretty manorexic looking at that weight and my height. And I got into cardio and running, and I think my fastest half marathon I ran, so 21.1 k's, was a 1 hour 38. So I've gone from 137 kilos of complete sloth and lethargy to an albino Ethiopian style fucking half marathon runner running a 1:38, which, whilst is nowhere near record breaking times, is still a bloody quick time. I then got some injuries and whatnot from doing too much, and found strength sports, and over the next kind of 7-8 years from there, I built myself up to competing at the Rhino Powerlifting National Championships in 2015 at 120 kilos. I just worked on getting stronger, adding size, and at nationals I then qualified for world champs. And at world champs I competed in the 110 kilo class. I dieted down for it, and I competed at world championships in powerlifting. So I've gone from 137 kilos down to 86 kilos doing long distance running, to completely swapping into powerlifting up to 120 kilos and competing at, you know, world championship level. And I didn't do badly either. I didn't come close to the winners, but I think in my group class I think it was 5th I finished, which to be fair is fucking brilliant. And then I'm now in a space where I've gone from 120 kilos, let me see, 17 weeks ago. I'm now down at 105 kilos, and I'm dieting down for a bodybuilding competition, where I aim to stand on stage, lean and as possibly shredded and striated, what the fuck's that? Striated as possible, at kind of 4% body fat, and the leanest I've ever been. Now, for somebody who's got average genetics, that's a pretty fucking mammoth task, going up and down like this, okay? I've done it with structure all the way. It's not been reckless or dangerous, but the fact is, I've been able to achieve it, and I will achieve it. And the only thing holding most people back from achieving these kind of feats is their own mindset. And again, this is what was covered yesterday, people's mindset to just put in the hard work and do it. You know, I might never be the best bodybuilder in the world, but I know I can get bloody lean. I might not have the fastest metabolism in the world, but that means just I have to diet a bit harder. When it comes to putting on size, for me, that's not an issue. I gain quickly. Other people gain slower, and they struggle to gain size, but they just need to eat more and do more. You know, so all of these things are actually achievable. Genetics will have some play in it, but, you know, above everything else, it's the amount of work you put in, your nutrition, your training, and your approach to it. That is what will get you there, or will ultimately, again, make you fail with your journey and your goal. So when I look back over my journey now, and like I say, I've achieved a lot personally, in terms of my training aspirations and what I want to do. I've still got more I want to achieve. It's taken 11 years to go through these various phases. Maybe I could have done it a bit quicker if I hadn't fucked around a bit in between on some things, or just, you know, chilled out a bit. But you know, the fact is, it's taken 11 years for me to do all these kind of things. And you know, so when you're signing up for your next 12-week challenge or 8-week thing, or some shitty reboot your body kind of nonsense for 4 weeks, you're really not going to change much, okay? You can make some great changes in 12 weeks if you really put the foot down and hammer it, but you know, that's still not going to compare to a year, 2 years, 3 years of solid hard work in the gym, training, or out on the trails running, or in the pool swimming, whatever it is you want to do, okay? These things take time. To be good at things and to excel, it's consistent hard work over time. And that's where the long-term results come in again, and that's where the mindset is. And that's where, like I was saying, you know, fuck motivation yesterday. Because motivation isn't like that for 2 or 3 years. It's all mindset. And your genetics can slow you down a bit. They can speed things up a bit, depending on what you want to achieve. But the end point is that your hard work that you put in will, okay, without maybe a few certain exceptions, will always be superior to what your genetics, inverted commas, say you can or can't do. So bear that in mind when you next looking to put excuse somewhere, because the excuse is actually put on yourself. The blame, is at your feet. Okay, you want to achieve something, you can do it, but you got to put in the hard work for it. Genetics is a small factor to play in these kind of things. Okay, so with that, I've had a stress-free walk. Duke has played with a lot of dogs. He's not barked at any runners. He even left the hobo alone. So I can go back now into work stress-free and have another good day. Have a good day, people. Enjoy.